Hey guys, so whoever I'm about to speak to, I see that you are either in a place of acceptance or the Most High is asking you to be in a place of acceptance. Okay, there's something that has to do with your beliefs, okay, your traditions, what you value in life. It's asking you to find balance. Okay, find balance in this Hierophant energy. And maybe there's a need for you to accept what you are being shown, okay, or that higher voice that's trying to get to you. But I do feel like you are going through something internally. So they want you to master something, okay? There's something that's going over your head, or it may be a kind of blockage that's preventing you from moving forward, okay? I do see like a helpless and hopeless energy, and something has tired you out from a certain maybe dynamic relationship, okay? There's something that you're guarded against. But before we jump there, let's start with what you need to master. So I'm seeing that you need to master a form of maybe nurturing yourself. Maybe you don't go inside your mind enough to cultivate this grounded energy. There's maybe something that you want, something that has to do with material success. And I see that as soon as you go inward and you think about where you want to be, how to get there, seclude yourself from the world, not be so involved with outside forces, because now is the time to go inward, because there's something that is trying to be shown to you so you can advance to this next level. And if you don't, I don't see that happening. But if you do, I do see a lot of abundance. And with this abundance is going to come so much envy, because you are probably a person who maybe places self-imposed restrictions upon yourself, and you're being called out of that, okay? There's probably a fixed way that maybe you view yourself or other people view you, but like I said, you're being pushed into this energy to where you cultivate and master these certain elements within yourself, and then when you come out, there's just so much abundance for you, okay? So I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So it's definitely something to do with your coin, your what you like to indulge in, good clothing, good food, a luxury lifestyle is what I'm getting for you, whoever I'm talking to. Okay? A luxury lifestyle is definitely in the works for you, but you have to do the work. You have to push yourself out of this funk, okay? Because I do see that you're feeling helpless and hopeless about something. You understand? And then you have the number 8 here. Death and transformation. This is Scorpion energy. Okay? Scorpion energy, it gets to the depths of things, okay? Things that are hidden, things that you may not want to look at, but things that definitely need to be looked at. All right? There's something regarding your stability. There's something guarding your home, and the Most High is just asking you to take that leap forward. Take the leap forward towards your stability And don't be afraid. Take the risk, because when you take the risk, this is that abundance that we were just talking about. When you take the risk, if you take the risk, but nothing is going to happen in a stagnant energy. You need movement always. Okay, so this can be like a new venture. Okay, new possibilities that you may be thinking about, things that are going to bring you this success, this material abundance that, you know, maybe you're feeling like you're never going to get. But that's a lie, because I'm literally looking, and abundance and stability are in the cards for you. Not saying that you're going to be a trillionaire, a billionaire, a millionaire, but definitely something to where you're comfortable, where you can indulge in the things that you like to indulge in. I see that you need to find some type of duality, okay, in your thinking, in your perception. You need to see more than one way of thinking, because maybe you are thinking, you are stuck in a form of, you know, belief that's keeping you stagnant. Okay, the hermit doesn't like to move. The hermit takes what his ancestors and, you know, the hermit, he just sticks straight to the gun. So whatever his ancestors done, however they move throughout life, he's upholding that to the most. He doesn't budge, he doesn't flinch. It's like, this is the way and only the way. Okay, so he doesn't like to budge, and I feel like there needs to be just a little bit of tweak, because something is trying to come in your life. Maybe something different than what you're experiencing, but you won't experience it if you keep holding on to certain belief systems, certain ways of being, certain ways of thinking, because you do have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So you're being called to be more logical, you know, be more practical about your decisions, and, you know, how you're going to get to this stability, okay? Or how you're going to get this new home. Or, you know, I'm seeing somebody probably loves to dance, you know, like enjoy themselves and things like that. Maybe that kind of movement will help you, you know, releasing different energies in your body, you know, yoga, chi, you know, different things like that, that really gets the energy flowing through your body to clear up these blockages, because there's a lot of success. So you have success and abundance. So much success for you right now. I know that there is no greater goal than love. So definitely take time to love on yourself, okay? And I say that because the hermit is here, and the hermit is going inward to get clarity, okay? And speaking of clarity, I feel like there's something that happened. Now this can be a certain type of relationship. This can be multiple relationships, but definitely you're having there's something that blew up. There's some type of truth that was revealed, and it's almost like you want to give up on something that you've may be working towards, you know. I see that there's like a restless energy, but even if there is more fight to fight, I definitely feel like you should do it, because ultimately you'll get to where you want to be. You understand what I mean? The fight never stops. So if you are going through life thinking that, you know, maybe you're not going to have to fight anymore, there's always going to be something for you to fight. Whether you're fighting different versions of yourself, or you are fighting, you know, different relationships, okay? Maybe certain dynamics that you wished different from is not coming about, but that doesn't mean that you give up on yourself, because even though you may feel like external factors outside of yourself it's okay to give up on, that can be like a double-edged sword, because the Most High, the Creator, sends things to us. The universe puts different circumstances, different experiences in our life so we can overcome them. But that is only for our growth. And if you give up too easy, you probably won't experience the kind of growth that the universe is trying to bestow upon you, right? Ultimately leaving yourself in a self-imposed prison that you've done to yourself. So there's definitely some type of change that needs to happen, which we spoke about. Okay, I see that you're guarded. All right, your defenses are up, and you may be hurt. You know, certain things may have happened and you may be hurt about this, but there's a strong need to keep going. There's a strong need to keep going, keep moving, keep fighting for yourself, because if you don't fight for yourself, who else is going to fight for you? The Most High can fight for you but so much. Your ancestors can fight for you but so much. These pure spirits and energies that want to see you do good can only do so much because they're in the spirit realm. You are in the physical 3D, which means that you have to use your power to push yourself forward. You understand? And these external energies that have our back are only going to act as amplifiers to push you more towards the goal or whatever achievement you're trying to have ultimately. So that's what I'm seeing. I will pull just a little bit more to see what advice. Yeah, I just seen the Eight of Swords. You're not moving. You're stuck. Okay? So you may be thinking, okay, if this is about a connection, this is no contact. This is a no contact situation. Okay? So maybe you found something out about, your friend or a lover, or like I said, any type of connection, and it has you at a standstill, but you're being asked to move out of that because you're only blocking yourself. Okay, so there's a need to reevaluate, okay? Just think about all the seeds that you've been planting, okay? Are they working out in your favor? Are you seeing growth with the things that you have planted? Or do you need to dig up some seeds and then replant them? Have you, planted some bad seeds? Because that can be the case. And this is what this guy's doing. He's questioning himself. Well, he's watching his seeds grow. He's watching his plants grow, okay? He's creating this garden, and he's reevaluating if there's anything that needs to change for his growth, okay? For whatever abundance that he's trying to seek, for whatever success that he's trying to have, okay? There's also a need to reevaluate if your emotions are balanced, if you are acting in a open heart space, hopefully you're not using your emotions to manipulate a situation. this can be even you having like creative talents and abilities that you just don't know how to bring forward. You don't know how to bring into reality. But this is why you're being called to go inward. Okay? Go inward so you can speak to yourself, or you can get that higher knowledge, that higher version that's calling out to you. Ultimately having success, getting a lot of attention, and this is probably where this envy is going to come from, because like I said, people are probably not used to seeing you in the spotlight. But once you get out of your own way, you'll see that you were always the star to begin with. And the last messages. Most High, spirits, ancestors, spirit guides, and animals are with pure and positive intention only. Pure and positive intention only. Okay, let's see. Last messages. Okay. Oh. Okay, so there's definitely something that there's either something that's brewing or something that has fell down. So either you or someone else, I'm not sure, okay, put the energies where they lie, but someone's mask fell off. There's a tower that's falling. Something was built on a faulty ground and it's now being destroyed for the betterment, you know, because after the tower card, okay, after the storm, what happens? The sun comes out, right? After it rains and things like that, you know, you get a good harvest, a great harvest. But something definitely needed to fall down and crumble, and this is probably where the strengthening bonds come in at. You have the one, so something is definitely trying to something new is trying to come in for you, but it's important that you don't block it. Definitely something to have to do with your stability. Yeah. I see protection. I see that you're protected. All right. Especially once you step into this energy to where you are pouring into yourself. Okay. Going inward and finding out what's happening, why it's happening, and whatever messages that need to come in. There's definitely something you probably just want to indulge in your pleasures, and I feel like the universe is trying to give that to you, but it's like, are you trying to give that to yourself? Do you just want it to fall in your lap? Because you have to do the work. It needs momentum. Okay, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, so you definitely need movement. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So please don't give up, because it's literally saying that if you don't give up, you're going to have this pleasure. You're going to have this abundance. You're going to have this success. okay? And yes, someone's mask is falling off or has fell off. And it probably hurt you. It probably hurt you real bad. Where you're just like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm done with people. But you cannot close your heart off. You cannot. Because there's certain things that you want which manifests from your heart space. So keep it open. Keep it open. Something crumbled. Something is done. Sit with that. Get the messages that you need to get from that and then move on. Don't put yourself in this self-imposed prison because you're locking yourself up. There's no freedom in that. And what you want to bring forth in your life, you're not going to be able to do that because you're putting yourself in shackles. Okay? Ultimately, when you do take these steps, I do see you having an awakening. Okay? And I feel like this is you embracing something new. Okay? You can be like really intuitive, or this is a need to listen to your intuition, follow your intuition. Something's trying to come into your life. Something that you daydream about. Right? There's certain decisions that need to be made. Yeah. What did I say? Like, first card, love abounds. Okay, you have another one here. So I feel like there is a new relationship that's trying to come into you, whether it's platonic or romantic. Okay? It's definitely something that's trying to come in for you. And the universe is asking you to just breathe. Loosen up. You're too tight. You're letting these experiences restrict you. You're letting these experiences push you to restrict yourself. And all you gotta do is breathe because the answers are going to come. The momentum is going to come, but you need to move. You need to move. Now, let's say, for example, you're trying to get a new job. Are you filling out job applications? Are you tweaking your resume? Are you networking? Are you putting yourself in certain environments? They have organizations where you can network, where they help you with X, Y, and Z. Are you doing these steps, or are you just doing the bare minimum and then you're ready to give up because it's like, life is life, and I don't got time for this, so I'm just about to give up on everything that I've been planting? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Why? Okay? Yeah, there's mutual love here. Okay? There's balance. There's a sense of balance that's trying to come into your life right now. And they want you to open up. What did I just say? Open up. Like, open up. Yes, something is ending, but it's a well-deserved reward. This probably needed to end so you can grasp this whole new life, or this energy, this new found energy that's trying to enter into your life. So use your Queen of Cups, use your Queen of Cups energy, okay? Open your emotions, let it flow. I'm not saying be stupid. I'm not saying be naive. You know what I mean? But everything needs a balance. But that doesn't mean that you close yourself up from the world. That doesn't mean that, okay, let me not say that. Close yourself out from the world. And it's not the word, because the word can be chaotic, so I'm gonna refrain, I'm gonna readjust that sentence. But you need to stop closing yourself up to opportunities that's trying to find its way into your life to make your life a better life, one that you want to live in, one that you don't feel like giving up on, you know? If this is situations, experiences, relationships, it doesn't matter. It'll be different for each person, but definitely do something about that. And that is all, because I feel like it's just repeating itself now. So that means the message has ended, and I hope that you were able to grasp something from this. Bye.